this position? Right, left, here, or over there? Which way should I go? What should I do? Should I walk? Is it okay to stand? Should I sleep? Orange juice, apple juice, grape juice. Which one should I drink? Can I blink? Should I sit still? Should I eat supper? Should I get in the bath? Should I start at washing at my arms or should I start my legs? Is it good to smile now? Good to get any good? Good to cry? What should I do after this? Should I wait? Better to go to the toilet? Better not. Sir, I can no longer take care of her. I'm resigning efficiently, effective immediately. Please reconsider. What should I do after this, ma'am? I saw your help one and came for the interview. My name is Mitsu Uchida. Please come in. Alright. It says, do you understand the basic idea of the job? Yes. As you know, ma'am can't decide what to do by herself. If someone doesn't give her constant instruction, she panics. However, none of the attendants I've hired up to last very long. None of them could endure ma'am's barrage of questions. They all quit. I tried a rotating system, but it didn't go as well. She needs to have the solid support of a single attendant. Her mother died when she was young, so for ma'am, the trusting people is critical. At any rate, please come and meet my daughter now. Oh, what? What should I do? Should I stand? Should I sit? Should I go down on my back, on my stomach, or on my head? Ma'am, sit down. How? Sit on the chair, sit on the floor, on my knees, crisscross. Knees to my chest. You see how I did it? Miss Uchida. This is abrupt. Please, this is wild. That's so, everybody sucks. Yeah, yes, sir. Ma'am, sit on the bed over there. The bed on my knees, cross legs, holding my knees. No, just lower your bum on the bed as you would sit on a chair. Now take your hands off the wall. Walk to the bed. That's it. And lower your bum. I sat down. Now what should I do? Right. Keep going. Okay. Breathe for a while until you calm down. What next? Oh, right. Okay, we'll go for a walk in the garden now. You should go stand up for the rest of the day. Mitsu Uchida stayed by your side, gave her instructions in the night. She stayed with her until she fell asleep. Miss Uchida, I'm sorry for throwing you into this for our first day, but thanks to you, my young had stable day. Good. I ask you to keep coming starting tomorrow. Alright then, I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. She's just counseling her, helping her. It's been a month. She's the first to have ever stayed this long. Looking at the surveillance footage from the cameras in the house, she never neglects her duties. For the time being, Mayhem's mental state is entirely stable. It's wonderful that you found someone good, sir. It's true, she has really done a great job this month. Her instructions are detailed and precise. Mayhem is going out and going to shopping and having dinner without any problems. Me too. The first day, one who's been able to accomplish that. Thanks to her, Mayumi can do the things she couldn't do by herself. Of course, Mitsu is constantly attending her. Whole time, she must be incredibly mentally strong to be able to sustain this extremely difficult work. But conversely, there's also something creepy about it. Being able to put up with Mira's abnormal disposition is, in a certain sense, itself an abnormity, and we don't really know that much about her to begin with, do we? Indeed, something abnormal about Mitsu Uchida's work. She constantly gave instructions on her break for the 16 hours he was awake. She staggered home in the middle of the night, and although she had been going like this for more than a month rather than easing up, Mitsu drew even closer to me, his ear to give her more detailed instructions. Oh, here we go. Mitsu, thank you again for all your hard work today. Yes, sir. Alright then, I'll come again tomorrow morning at 8. No, Mitsu, you're exhausted. Take tomorrow off. If you keep this up, you'll ruin your health. No, I'm fine. I like this job. I feel like work is bringing me back to my essence. So, through your daughter, happiness, I also find happiness. Your essence self. Is that so? Well, please, don't push yourself. That's so weird to say that. That is odd. Okay, that reminds me. There's also something you seem to get these bruises on your faces. Anything wrong? What? No, it's nothing. Good night. The strangest thing, watch. 2 months later, sir. Oh, it's you. Come in. How are your daughter and Mitsu today? Probably taking a walk as usual. How has Mitsu been recently? Mitsu is definitely not normal. In the last 2 months, her work has really exceeded that of a normal person to the point where I get a slight chill seeing her there. What do you mean? Exhausted as she is, Mitsu carries out her duties perfectly. In fact, she's even brings Mayumi good luck. Good luck. That's right. The detailed choices of everyday life, for instance, whether to put jam on your bread or add breakfast or butter, to put 2 flowers from the garden in the vase or 3. She works to add the results of all these choices. Mayumi, thanks to her, Mayumi seems to have good luck. In other words, is a frame of mind is that no, she actually brings good luck. For instance, look at the truck accident the other day. Many of the people of the sidewalk were killed or injured, and the truth is that walking route the cars usually take would have brought them to that location. The day Mitsui happened to change their route, and so they escaped. Look at it. This is nuts. This is actually nuts. I really shook like it leaped in for both father and daughter. It's like God is a fortune. Huh? You don't need to believe me, but honestly, if you saw Mitsu now, Daddy, can I come in? Oh, Mayumi, you're back. Yes, of course, come in. Yo. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Daddy here. There were so pretty blooming on the side of the road, so I picked some for you. You did it. Thank you. The flowers are sure to bring me good luck. Whisper, whisper, whisper. That tickles. Okay, see you, Daddy. What did I tell you, Shannon? Right. Incidentally, sir, the results of the investigation into Mitsu Ichida have come from the detective agency. I did hire them to track her. It didn't. Well, let's hear it. First of all, Mitsu Ichida is single, but she apparently lives with a man. His name is Ryochida Aga. He is unemployed and simply lies around Mitsu's apartment. A kept man, in other words. Aga is quite the playboy. He demands money from Mitsuri for his entertainment expenses. He seems to spend pretty much all the money Mitsuri earns. Mitsuri does anything Aga says, and he beats her basically every day. Everything she does comes down to Aga. Dang. That sucks. I'm actually sorry to hear that. I don't think that anybody, especially a man, should ever put his hands on a woman. It's messed up. Don't ever do that, y'all. Here's the one who gone across the AD for the attendant for your daughter in the pay. It seems the truth is he forced Mitsui into it. Is that what she looked like before? Wow, she looked good. I see. Mitsu working like she's being forced to run is because of him, isn't it? It's a strange thing. This woman who gives Mayumi such wise and accurate instructions does the opposite in her personal life, obeying whatever that this man says. Yeah, that's how most people that give advice. They usually don't take their own advice. It is strange, but they know that they need to get better. It's a whole different topic we can always discuss and talk about. At any rate, sir, this isn't a problem you can simply ignore. After all, your daughter attendant is suffering, yes, but we can't do anything about her private life, and you could say that Mitsu's been able to work with such focus up to now because of this man Aga. What would happen if we drove Aga off? Though she means to save Mitsui. Yo, she could lose her mind if that dude leaves, bro. Would the now free Mitsu keep expending every effort from Mayumi as she has so far? I think we should leave the situation alone for Mayumi's sake. What do you think? I'm sure you're right. Mitsui, can I ask? Sure, should I not ask? Whisper, whisper. You think someday I'll be able to live by myself? Whisper, whisper, whisper. suspected the man she lived with, a guy had beaten her to death. He was put on the national watch list. However, the doctor who did the autopsy noted that from the state of her emancipation, she would have died earlier. She would have died fairly sooner. Either way, this is terrible. What will happen to Mayumi without Mitsui? Oh, Daddy, good morning. Mayumi, the truth is Mitsui. Look, if you're looking for Mitsui, she's right here. What? That tickles. What in the world? Yo, it's affecting the daughter. Even though Mitsui was gone, Mayumi acted as though Mitsui was still there, right there, despite being alone. Perhaps it was a delusion of Mayumi's that Mitsui was still there. Maybe Mitsui's ghost really was there. Occasionally, when he listened closely, Mr. Sato felt like he could also hear Mitsui's whispering. When she was alive, Mitsui said she felt like the shot was giving her back her essential self. Having people completely Aga's puppet in private life, maybe the work let Mitsui start over in another life to Mayumi. That's so weird. Either way, Mitsui's protection, Mayumi, even now, I have to give thanks for that. Man, what are you doing? Yo, like this, more like this, harder like this. One night, a few days later. Yo, what? Daddy, Mayumi, all that blood, I'm home. I killed him, Aga, because she told me to kill him. Mitsui did. Wow. So was she actually prepping her to, okay. So I have a theory. Maybe she was grooming her to do something that she personally couldn't do. That was her escape. Maybe that's what it was. Because she seemed like she gave good advice, but she lived a chaotic life. This probably, like I said, other stories, this probably was my favorite one. Just because the message behind it is very interesting. That this came down the way that it looked, and that looks wild. And they kind of have similarities between the two, to be honest. Let's actually go ahead and read this as well, since we made it to the end. So this is my first collection of horror stories in 8 years, ever since I put out Shinyama no Go Gaiden in 2006. During those 8 years, I was doing plenty of work on illustrations and manga about cats or about society, but even taking that into account, the time seems to empty. Somehow, what on earth was I doing all that time? Well, I do remember a bunch of things, like some really detailed work and a busy private life, but even still 8 years, it is true that I'm not as strong as I used to be, and I couldn't work faster than I was, but I felt like I wasted a lot of time during this period. Mr. Toyashu Harada, my editor and man whose spirit has been so good to me for many years, sort of passed away. Rest in peace. I wanted to work with Mr. 1997, and since then he has gone to be recognized as one of the greatest contemporary artists working in the horror genre. His titles include Tomei Uzumaki have been adapted into live-action films, and Gyo, which was adapted into an anime film. Ito's influence includes classic horror manga against artists Kazuo Umetsu and Hidesha Himo, as well as authors Yasutaka Sushi, H.P. Lovecraft, Fragments of Horror. Yes, so I enjoy these a lot. Let me know if y'all also enjoyed these. I want to just say a few things about Junji Ito. I have fell in love with his actual art. There was a time where when I was getting into manga, and a lot of people were recommending Junji Ito, and when I remember I first came across his work scared me. But the more that I exposed myself to it, I got very interesting. My first even actual opening to that type of genre was Drifting Classroom. I never had it, but I wanted to get it, and I could have sworn the creator from Drifting Classroom was the inspiration for Junji Ito. If I could be wrong, but I enjoyed this a lot. I had this in my collection for so long, probably like 4 years, and I finally have read it. And I'm gonna say that this is amazing, and I probably will be buying more Junji Ito in the future because why not? But thank you all for getting to the end of this series. I know this series doesn't get a lot of views, but I love reading manga, and I wanted to read some on camera, so I'm gonna continue to read them. Y'all just continue to watch them however y'all can for some relaxation. If you've watched this entire series, let me know what your favorite part is. Like I said, this last story probably is my favorite story, if I'm being completely honest, just because I like the message of it, and I think for what it stands for was very interesting. It is probably one of the more calming ones. That one and the dissection one were probably my favorite too. But it's been your man. The comments. ASMR. Before I go, I want to say we are probably at this point gonna hit 2,500 subscribers. I want to say, please, if you haven't, please check out the community posts. Please leave a question for Q&A for 2,500 subscribers. I'm going to be doing a special for that in 2 weeks. It's going to be a part 1 and part 2. Part 2 will be announced very soon to let you know what that all is. But I appreciate all the support. Please check out the videos on the screen. But until then, I'll see you on the next one.